Hello everyone, my name is Pauline Kwasniak. I'm a social media strategist, marketeer, and online branding expert. And I'm here today to teach you about personal branding online, how to become popular online. In today's course, I will walk you through all the basics of what you have to do in order to put yourself out there and create a brand that you can be proud of. No matter if you have a business, if you're self-employed, if you want to sell something online, or even if you are an employee, we all have a personal brand. And in today's digital world, you can monetize it. And I will teach you all about that. Are you ready? Let's get started. So before we start, I want you to remember the three key concepts in online branding and creating popularity online. The first one is uniqueness, your unique story, your unique voice, your motivations and the beliefs. Number two is consistency. You will not get success online if you're not consistent. And number three, authenticity. You see, a lot of us, we want to become someone different. That's not what you should do online. You should be your authentic self and showcase your authentic lifestyle. That's what personal branding is all about. So the first thing I want you to do right now is to pick up a piece of paper and a pen. Do you have it? Perfect. And now write down the three pillars what you find unique about yourself and about your situation online. What they could be. For example, for myself, I'm an immigrant. I'm all about female empowerment and marketing. And this is my unique brand. You need to find your unique voice online, and for that, you need the three pillars that are going to guide you through content creation, through marketing, and promotion. So now you have your pillars. And even if you don't get discouraged. This process takes time, so you have to brainstorm it. But be authentic to yourself, to your beliefs. As I mentioned earlier, we all have unique stories that has led us in life and unique experiences that we can share with people. So now you know what you're about. And it's time to find people that will get inspired by your story, by your content, by your service or your product. Please do not get discouraged by numbers. You don't need huge numbers to be popular online. You might find a very niche circle of people that enjoy your story and become your followers and your clients. The most important thing here, whether you want to have thousands of followers or just a few hundred, is the engagement level. The engagement is how people react with your content and with yourself, whether they like it, whether they comment on it, whether they engaged in a discussion with you. Later on, I will tell you about the engagement scorecard. But how do you find people who would be interested in your story? Well, you have to do something which is called personas in marketing. And this is no other than a fictional representation of a possible customer / follower that could get interested in your content. Let's take, for example, a social media influencer who is blogging about parenting. Who do you think would be an ideal audience to watch and enjoy this content? Surely it would be another parent that would be looking for tips, parenting lessons, activities to do with their kids. You see the correlation here? So now you have to think about that possible persona, that possible audience that will enjoy your content. So now you have your element, you have found your pillars, you have found your niche, and you have found your audience. And to continue with that exercise, let's assume you are a young mother a professional in tourism industry, and you want to be blogging about the beauty of your job and motherhood. This is your voice, this is your niche. You have established that other parents between the ages of 25 and 45, especially women based in Britain and Ireland, are your personas. Perfect. What you need to do now is you need to create content of value. And that's actually quite hard, because most of us, we just want to shout at people. We just want to show them our story and we want people to accept us. That's not the case. Of course, you have to be authentic, but at the same time, you have to make sure that what you're saying to people and what you're giving to people is of value. And for that, you need a skill of listening. Even if you have no followers as of now, talk to your friends, talk to your family, people who might be the representatives of your personas, and ask them, what do they like to watch? What other content are they enjoying at this moment in time? And try to come up with something that they would enjoy, something of value, something of authenticity, and something that they could use. It's all about them, it's not about you. Yes, of course, the brand and the online branding is about you and your brand, but you're giving it to people, so it's all about them. Remember, we have one mouth and 2 ears, so the ratio of listening versus talking should be 2 to 1. Online world is very similar to our everyday, real life world. Not everybody likes you in your day-to-day world, and not everybody will like you online. And part of your digital skill set is to understand the e-safety and the measures you're going to have to take to protect yourself. There will be abuse. There might be people who will be trolls, commenting on your content, posting negative comments. So I'm going to give you a few tips before we start, before we create the content. You're already halfway there. You have your niche, you have your pillars, you have your authenticity, you have your audience, or at least the personas, you know who you're going to target, and you understand that you need to deliver value. But even that will not protect you from some online trolls. Number 1, do not get discouraged. This is your life. Do not let anybody tell you that you cannot do something. Your voice matters, and part of expressing your voice is to be online and talk to people and put your story out there. It's your human right to do that. So don't worry about people telling you you shouldn't be online. Number 2, prepare yourself mentally. If there are people posting negative comments about you or about your content, block them, never comment back. Don't actually engage in any online fighting. It will just use your energy and consume you. You don't need to do that. And number 3, remember, this is about your life and your happiness. Block them. But do not underestimate your mental health. If you feel like there might be some negative comments that might negatively affect you, talk to your friends, talk to your family. But try not to get discouraged at this point, and be aware that it can happen, and it happens to all of us. I can assure you of that. Okay, so now let's dig in deep to authenticity. Why is authenticity so important? It's not only about you leading your life and being unique. No, it's also about what you can deliver to people. If you are not a person who loves traveling, don't start a travel blog. You will run out of ideas because it does not reflect your authentic lifestyle. And that's key. Because if you want to be successful with your personal brand, whether you want to sell something or you want to promote yourself as an employee, this content you're creating needs to reflect your real interests, your real life. Otherwise, you're just going to give up. And that's why authenticity is key. But consistency, you have heard me say that to you before. Consistency, it's actually tied in very closely with authenticity. If this is a real lifestyle, a real passion, a real mission that you have, that then will allow you to be consistent with it. And let's be honest, you're not going to be motivated every single day. But if you're a mother and you're creating a blog about motherhood and your kid is going to do something this morning that's going to piss you off, guess what? You can actually blog about this. And that's what makes it authentic and consistent. You're always going to have ideas for content because it reflects your life. Remember Keeping Up with Kardashian? What made this show so interesting was that it was their real life. They weren't pretending. They were actually opening their doors to you and showing you their real life. And that's what becoming popular online is all about. Uniqueness, authenticity, and consistency.